Hello everyone, welcome to Arabella's Reading Corner. I'm Arabella and today we will be reading Gaston. Miss Poodle admired her new puppies, Fifi, Fufu, Ooh La La, and Gaston. So that's Miss Poodle, that's Fifi, Fufu, Ooh La La, and then that one's Gaston. Would you like to see them again? Fifi, Fufu, Ooh La La, and Gaston. Perfectly precious, aren't they? Miss Poodle thought so too. The puppies grew, as puppies do. 3 were no bigger than teacups. The 4th, however, continued to grow and grow until he was the size of a teapot. So those are the puppies. And then here's Fifi, Fufu, Ooh La La. And then that one's Gaston. The 3 are all the size of teacups, but Gaston is the size of a teapot. Miss Poodle took pride in teaching her puppies how to be proper pooches. They were taught to sit, never slobber. Good, well done, very nice. Nice try. They were taught to yip, never yap. Yip, 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 rough. So that's them drinking. Gaston makes a big mess. And then Gaston roughs while these guys yip. And they were taught to walk with grace, never race. Tip-toe, tippy-toe. Whoa! So these guys are tippy-toeing, but Gaston is treating it like a race, slipping and sliding everywhere. The puppies were also taught how to look pretty in pink, nibble their kibble, and ride in style. Whatever the lesson, Gaston always worked the hardest, practiced the longest, and smiled the biggest. So the puppies do look good in pink and riding in style. Miss Poodle was very pleased with all her puppies, Fifi, Fufu, Ooh La La, and Gaston. Spring arrived and the proud mother was eager to show off her darlings. She took them to the park for their very first stroll in public. There was so much to see. Daffodils, ducklings, dogs. Would you like to see? Oh dear, who do we have here? Rocky, Ricky, Bruno, and Antoinette. Would you like to see them again? Okay, so that's Rocky, Ricky, Bruno, and Antoinette. Uh-oh, I think there's been a mix-up. Rocky, Ricky, Bruno, and Antoinette. So all 3 of them are dogs. This guy's a poodle. Well, I'm thinking maybe Rocky, Ricky, and Bruno are French bulldogs, and then this guy's a poodle. Antoinette's a poodle. This was more than a little awkward. The mothers sized up the pups. The pups sized up one another. It seems there's been a terrible mistake, Miss Bulldog said, breaking the silence. Oui, oui, Miss Poodle agreed sadly. Whatever shall we do? Miss Bulldog could not come up with an answer. I guess we'll let them decide, she replied at last. So that's Rocky, Ricky, and Bruno, and then that's Antoinette. So these are all bulldogs, and Gaston is a bulldog too, but Antoinette's a poodle, like these 3. Uh-oh, there was a mix-up. Gaston and Antoinette were young, but even they could see that there had been a mix-up. The two puppies began to circle around and around the group. Gaston walked with grace. Antoinette raced. Gaston yipped. Antoinette yapped. So Antoinette is racing, but Gaston walks with grace. And when they finally came to a stop, the puppies had traded places. There, that looked right. It just didn't feel right. So there's Miss Bulldog with all of her bulldog puppies, and then there's Miss Poodle with all of her poodle puppies. That evening, Antoinette tried to fit in with her new sisters, but she did not like anything proper or precious or pink. Phooey. On the other side of town, Gaston tried to fit in with his new brothers, but he did not like anything brutish or brawny or brown. Ick. So Antoinette doesn't like anything pink, and then Gaston doesn't like anything brown. Antoinette and Gaston weren't the only ones who were having a hard time adjusting. So there is a picture of Gaston on the wall right there, and then there's a picture of Antoinette on the wall right there. Still, even though they switched places. The next morning, Miss Poodle forgot all about being proper and raced back to the park. Miss Bulldog was already there waiting with her burly brood. "It seems we've made a terrible mistake," she nearly shouted. "Oui, oui," Miss Poodle agreed happily. Do you think they're gonna switch puppies again? This time, Gaston and Antoinette wasted no time trading places. There, that looked right, and it felt right too. So they're back together again. From that day forward, the families met in the park every afternoon to play. Rocky, Ricky, Bruno, and Antoinette taught the poodle puppies a thing or two about being tough. Likewise, Fifi, Fufu, Ulala, and Gaston taught the bulldog puppies a thing or two about being tender. So they're playing together. And many years later, when Gaston and Antoinette fell in love and had puppies of their own, they taught them to be whatever they wanted to be. So a bulldog and a poodle married, and they had bulldog poodle puppies. I hope you enjoyed this book.